Hello everyone, thanks so much for taking some time out of your busy days to stop on by here and check us out. This is MaxxPowered Gaming. We're going to be bringing you through some deck test tuning and adjustments with our Raders Paradox deck. This is an oddball, a little bit of jank built into it, so we should have some fun games up ahead, but we're running 3 treasure maps, 2 Crowley Carnariums, 3 Mortifys, 1 Settle the Wreckage, 4 Smothering Tithes, 3 Fell Specters, 2 Mastermind's Acquisition, 4 Raiders Wake, 2 Vraska's Contempt, 3 Kaya's Wrath, 1 Cleansing Nova, 4 Teferis, 4 Emergency Powers, and 24 lands, all through our Duel and Shock. So let's go ahead and get in some games, and while we're waiting in queue, we're just, since we're still testing the deck, we're just going to be messing around in normal standard jank queue. So this deck operates like a lot of other Emergency Powers and Smothering Tithes to build up some tokens. Tokens are nice, but what we're going to try and do is win via discard damage. Opening hand, this is pretty top heavy. We will mulligan. Didn't really improve. 1 mana is tough. We'll do 1 more. Alright. Not an ideal opening hand. Have to mulligan down so much. Alright, so far red. Didn't see anything come in, so it may not be burn. Steamkin, Instigator. Could be a Cavalcade deck, could be a Goblin deck. We shall see. It is a Cavalcade deck. Alright. We will drop a Spectre. This way we can at least absorb 1. We'll still take the 1 damage from the Cavalcade for anything he attacks, however, he'll lose 1 a turn. He could partner up with a Shock. He could just Lightning Strike us. So we'll see. He drops a Shock, so he is running burn spells. Drops all 4. We're seeing Experimental Frenzy here. Ooh, Banefire. So we will, in fact, bring you out. And I think I want to get rid of you. We will lose Teferi from this, but we couldn't survive too many more turns. Alright, so we're taking 6 damage, now we're taking 12 damage, that's a game. We have to get rid of one of them here. We're taking 6 damage from just these 2. What does he have to cast? Nothing. We don't have a choice. This is the fastest mana selection I've ever seen. Alright, board clear would be nice. We did not get it. So that's not the start that we were looking for. We do have, let's see, 4, 6, 8 or 9, or even 10 sweepers. Just wasn't unfortunate enough to draw into any of them. I like Cavalcade decks, they're fun. still fun. Some tokens as well. Alright, let's see. Opening hand. 3 mana. Got our colors covered. A couple early Mortifies, Vraska's. So we got some decent removal here to get us through the first couple turns. We'll keep this. See what kind of deck we're up against, or at least take a peek at the color. Alright, we got blue, mono blue, maybe some drakes. We will play our shock so we can play our check next turn, not have to pay to use a Mortify if you put something out. Alright, so this will work out. We'll get a Mortify off here. And we're up against mono blue. Well, let's go ahead and drop a Specter out. He's thinking this one through. Get thought collapsed. Okay. Let's see, what did we show? Huh. See if he holds back some counter spells. He does. Let's see if he'll burn it on this. He does, okay. It's kind of what we wanted. I'd rather be able to get a Teferi out and we could get our land. Let's see if he's holding another one. We will take a chance here. Yep, got it.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
Alright, let's see how he counters that turn. Tempest coming in. We can Mortify again here. Get a Tithe, however. We need to get rid of that Tempest. Get a dive down, alright. So let's see, 3.
Hold that thought.
So we'll lose our Teferi next turn. It's a shame. There's a Curious Obsession, so we will in fact just get his Vraska's off. Hope for the best. There is no counter. He didn't have any cards. And we get a scoop. Alright, didn't really get into much of our combo there, but the deck still managed mono blue with a, let's say, a suboptimal start. He did come out with a couple of Jins, but he didn't have any 1-drops to get started. Like if he had a Siren down, I wouldn't have been able to get that Vraska's off. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we walk into here. Opening hand. We got a treasure map and a Smothering Tithe and an Emergency Powers, so we will keep this. This is pretty good. Hopefully we can continue to draw into some lands here early game. Alright, do we see a Steel Leaf come into play already? We got a hybrid coming in. I don't think we'll need to use our Mortify, so the plan that could be decent to Mortify though. It's not a threat yet, so we will just scry here to continue drawing lands. We'll get a Smothering Tithe out next turn. Starting to build up a little bit of a... taking 5 damage a turn here. I think we just do a regular draw. Main. Yeah, let's take our chances. Let's hope he pays. No, he does not. He's working with 4 mana now. Nullhide territory. My apologies. We'll take this damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 turn off. I don't even think I could get a sweeper. Teferi would die right away. So let's go ahead. That's one for next turn. Oh, I can do that right now actually, can't I? Yep. Alright, so we were able to survive a little bit longer here. He is going to pay, so he may not have a single play. He may drop an elf. Alright. That is good. Knowing that he's not sitting on much and we forgot to scry. Let's go ahead and do this. Seems safe for a turn or two.
Keep up the pace.
I doubt he'll pay again. Nope, he does. That's great. That means he doesn't have a big play coming out. He has 3 mana to work with. He's going right to our turn and he scoops. We're just getting ready to have some fun with some powers. I'm pretty comfortable with our early game. We have enough sweepers. We've got Cries, we've got Wraths, Novas. We gotta settle the wreckage in there. As long as we can draw into them. Alright, opening hand, 3 mana and some big top end cards. We'll mulligan out of this. Alright, a little bit better for early game if we can draw into some mana. Something with white would be nice. Got it. No need to pay this turn. Get an easy no board from our opponent. Nothing to deal with early, that's nice. Still nothing. Gonna play along. Hopefully we can draw into a mana here on turn 4. Keep going, we do not. Stalls us out a little bit here by 1 turn so far. He is in the same boat, so are we again. So is he. Alright, finally get something here. I'll help him out. So he doesn't have to discard. Ooh, he gets rid of a Karn. So he could be Esper and just not drawing blue. He could be Kaya. Still didn't draw. I'm sure he'll get a scoop here soon enough. Alright, so I guess it's good that we went with the Raiders Wake before our Smothering Tithe, which is more important. Alright, so we will go Tithe this round. There's another Mortify. Just hit for 1 damage. He gets his 4th mana. Ill-Gotten Inheritance comes into play. So it puts us on a little bit of a timer, nothing really too much to worry about. Health isn't too much of a problem for us, because depending on how many Raiders, Wakes, and Specters we have down, we're looking at a minimum of 14 damage if we just have one of those out. Alright. So 2 health a turn is annoying. I guess I should have paid for that. I could have used the emergency powers that turn. See if he gives us another treasure. Karn coming in. Let's give him, obviously, the land. So we will definitely have to go off this turn, because we could get an Ixalan's Binding on our Tithe. Alright, here we go. I know I have a noisy chair, people. I need to upgrade. Apologies for the weird background noise. Alright, so it doesn't really do much to us. Alright, so we can put in a Raiders Wake. Pick up 7. Throw another land out there, and we'll go for another Emergency Powers. Alright, Smothering Tithe, another Raiders Wake. Yep, I think that's what we do here. I just clicked. Yep. Is it lagging up on us here? What's going on? Ah, come on now. I don't know how many timers we have here.
I am Karn.
Looks like we ended our turn. Nope. Raiders Wake goes out there. We've got 3 of these, so we're okay for a second here at least. Nice. So this may end things for him. And all we have to do is attack. Damage doesn't matter. Put a stop there, and we will end it. Alright, so 2 cards, so he's done. And there is our discard deck. Alright, so we finally got to get into the combo a little bit there. It showcases a little bit of it. Alright, let's keep going. Raiders Paradox. The real fun part is when you can surprise somebody with an erstwhile. Right after an emergency powers, when you've got some wakes down, make them discard 7 cards. 14, 28, very easily. Alright, let's hope for some different styles of decks to continue to test us. Alright, opening hand, we have some early sweepers and 3 mana, so we will keep this. Don't have the mana for a turn 3 cry right now. We need to draw into another black mana source before turn 3, hopefully. If the sweeper's needed, that is. Unfortunately, we're all check lands, which puts us a turn behind casting. Looks like he's in the same boat. Check lands come in usable now. Alright, so that's unfortunate that we'll get a turn with him, but we'll get a treasure map out. See what kind of life game shenanigans he decides to start playing. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. It's a tremendous time to be playing Magic right now. Couple Pridesmaids, and there's our +1/+1. Lovely. We need a black mana source, people. That's a nice card, but we need a black mana source. And yeah, need the black mana source. Got it. Boom. It's a shame that the cry won't get him this turn. So we have to eat another turn of damage here. No problem, this is all going to get swiped out with the Kaya's Wrath, but we will be taking, what's this, 10 damage? Starting to hurt a little bit. Alright, so I need to maintain the black sources. Alright. Still don't really need you right now. Draw, he thinks it's a good game. It's hilarious. Next, end turn. Good target for our Vraskas this turn. And I think, let's see if we can get, I don't think I played a land this turn, so let's see if we can pick up a land here. We do not, but we will go for a treasure chest here. Next, end our turn. He keeps GGing, so let's see what he comes in with. Alright, we don't have an answer for that right now. And maybe the only answer we have is we can Teferi and send him back into the deck, so we don't have to deal with it right away. Yep, let's do this. Raiders Wake we don't need right now. We draw into a single removal. We don't. Play our land. And I think we go to Teferi here. Oops. Almost messed up without the white. We'll send him right back to the deck. We probably should have drew the card. No, we did play a land that turn. He brings in another one. Let's see what we can get into. Alright, so we get a removal. Nice. Let's just go individually here. We'll play a Tithe.
Hurry!
Pick up a land, throw it in tapped. No need for it. We don't have any treasures, so that's not a big deal. We get a scoop. Alright, so good timing to pick up and get that board clear. Let's continue onward. I'd like to be getting into our discard combo here a little bit more often. Although we did have the possibility. We discarded a couple Specters and Raiders Wakes to be able to survive a little bit longer, which was a more important priority. Alright, unending. Opening hand, 2 mana, only 2 colors. And I don't like the land situation. But we do have some nice sweepers here. We'll keep it. And I hope that we draw into some mana. 2 white sources back to back would be desirable. Hopefully we're up against something slow as well. Could get taken over by aggro very easily if we don't draw into mana. Right, Gruul colors hitting the board. Picked up another mana, but not a white source at the moment. There's a white source. We should have saved that and played the Water Grave. Now we have to pay 2 if we need to if we want to cast something on this turn. And I think we go masterminds into a Tithe. We're against a Gates deck. Alright, Gatebreaker Ram coming in early. We will get rid of that problem right away. Alright, so we will pay our 2, and I think that is a good plan to grab our Tithe. So we gotta turn that next. That's weird. It showed us a treasure map on top of the deck. I wonder if we draw that. That was weird. That's just a visual bug. Let's see if it's an actual gameplay bug here. Because being able to see your next card definitely has its advantages. Okay. So we'll go Tithe, play a mana. If we can draw into a mana, we can hit off any emergency powers. If not, we'll probably just go Raiders Wake Specter a turn or two here. Put some pressure on him. Make him use a Gates Ablaze or something. Who knows? He pays it for us not to get the counter. He doesn't have much of a turn. We will drop our Spectre. Raiders Wake would have been a safer bet, so we're going a bit aggressive. Hopefully the Spectre lives when we drop Raiders Wake next turn. We get another discard out of the attacking creature mechanic. He gives it to us this time, so he wants all of his mana. What are we getting into? That was only his third gate, so he just got 3 damage for a Gates Ablaze. Let's see if he uses it for just the Spectre. Growth Spiral. He does not pay, so he still wants to get something off here. There's his Guild Summit. Alright, so let's see. Do we want to go right now, or do we want to get a Raiders Wake down first? I think we play it safe, get a Raiders Wake, get an attack off, and then hit him with the Emergency Powers next turn. See how he reacts to this. What's he drop there? Was it a Shimmer? Was that a Mass Manipulation? Okay. It doesn't matter if we connect or do any damage, just as long as we attack, I believe, right? If you attack with a creature. Right, so let's see what he draws. Now run with 4 cards. 6 mana. Gives us another token, so we've got plenty to get into some Emergency Powers fun. Hydroid coming into play. Look at that. Gets a little bit desperate there, I think. turn. Ooh, another Raiders Wake. Look at that. But I think we just go powers. Or... I would have enough mana to get this second Raiders Wake out, or get rid of the Hydroid. I think we go Raiders Wake. And now we go Emergency Powers. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we get into. I think we go Teferi. Or another Raiders Wake, possibly? Yeah, let's do that. That's gonna be real annoying. Let's just drop a land in here and end our turn. We can always Mortify. But this is going to do some significant damage to him. So 2, 4, 6, 18 damage here. And one more, please. Probably gonna see a scoop coming up here. Nope, he's sticking with it. No, he's not. Alright, so that was a fun 18 damage out of nowhere. I guess not really out of nowhere. Let's keep going. Hopefully everybody's enjoying some Raiders Paradox deck tech tuning and testing. Can't say that we've had any consistently dead cards. I can say we've run into mana a couple times. I feel that we're comfortable enough with our sweepers. We'll mulligan this. And not really any better, but I don't want to go another mulligan. So we'll keep this and hope we draw into some white mana sources, so almost just like last game. Alright, opponent. We'll keep this. We do not need you. We need some white mana, please. Up against Spider-Man. Wonder what his spidey senses are telling him right now. Alright, so now we really want to make sure we pick up a mana here. Two white sources would be ideal. Alright, so that puts us one turn behind. At least we're only taking 1 damage a turn. Priest of Forgotten Gods deck, Golgari, Sacrifice deck. That has some fun synergy. A Golgari Graveyard Sacrifice deck. Alright, so unfortunately this one requires City's Blessing, right? Yep, okay, good. Wow, didn't draw into a mana, so we're really getting, now we're two turns behind. With 2 turns we've missed a mana drop. Alright, got one. Let's see, do we pay the life to be able to block? We can block 2, so it's kind of net. Might as well. Or do I want to make sure that I get a white mana next turn? Let's do that. Can I not select the lands? Alright, so that was a very awkward use of a masterminds, but it does give us a nice little board wipe here. We just picked up City's Blessing. But let's clean things up here a little bit. Not in the best shape. We could get a cry off and eliminate the skeleton as a threat. Do we pop a Teferi out and dodge him back in the deck? Let's do that.
Sorry I'm late.
Alright, so hopefully he doesn't have any creatures in his hand.
I've seen that coming. Let's take it back.
At least it bought us a turn. And it didn't buy us a turn. Alright, well, missing two turns of land drops isn't fun. Probably would have fared at least a little bit better, been alive for another turn or two if we would have been able to get some of our sweepers out a bit early, but 'tis the game. We'll take note here that we died because of mana issues. Alright, opening hand, 3 lands, 3 mana, and a treasure map, and a cry. Although we don't have the mana for the cry, we will keep this. Could be against the mono blue. Cry the Carnarium should do some good justice for us if we can draw into a black mana. I think we still give it another turn and make sure that we try and get this black mana source. That's another sweeper, but we've got enough. We just need a black mana. Did not get it. Sitting on 3 emergency powers in hand, so that's not fun. We will enter you untapped. Trickster coming in. So a cry would be very nice to get off here. Down to 11. At this point he's probably got a syncopate or a negate for our cry, which is gonna really be unfortunate if we do draw into it. Ugh. They need a black. Got it. So let's see if he's holding a counterspell. Looks like he is. There's the Curious Obsession, so that's going to be it for us. We'll see if we draw into another sweeper this next turn. Well, do we risk it? 'Cause I wouldn't have the mana if I draw. Nope, didn't get it. Alright, well, that was a fun game. That's another game with early turn 3, turn 4 mana issues. We had enough of a delay, I'd say, to ensure that they get a counter in hand. I would like to see more meta decks against our janky discard nonsense. Alright, Cheese Man. Charlie Kelly. Opening hand. 3 mana, 3 colors, a Tithe, alright. A Powers, alright. We'll keep this. It gives us a combo on turn 7 or sooner, depending on some variables from Smothering Tithe and some counters, and if we even make it that far, maybe against a red burn, and we are. So the unfortunate part is we got a very slow early hand. So we can pull a Cry the Carnarium, that'd be nice here. We have the mana for our Kai's Wrath as well. Don't know if we're going to be able to make it long enough. He's going to probably have a pretty explosive turn 3. Lay up the stage. Yep, there it is. 2 mana. Another Firebrand. And another mana for us, unfortunately. Alright. So let's see if we can make it here. We need to survive 2 more turns. Or we just need to survive through this turn. Nope, 2 more turns. Would have much rather liked to have seen an Experimental Frenzy. Would have given him the draw and gotten some tokens out of it. Alright, so we will not survive next turn from the looks of things if we cannot get a sweeper. We do. Brilliant. Very much needed that. Alright, so next turn we have an Emergency Powers coming. If he gives us this token, I think either way we do. Let's hope he doesn't have enough to finish us here. He does not. So here we go. Here's all or nothing. All or nothing. Did see a Raiders wake, although I think it's better to put in the Specter. We just gave him cards to kill us, didn't we? a skewer. Ah, no. Well, there's a flaw against the red deck. We had another emergency powers to get off too for some more fun, but we gave them enough cards to kill us with. We'll get one more game in here with our Raders Paradox. Some fun discard action. However, it's definitely not every game that we get into any of our discard. Alright, opening hand, 3 mana, 3 colors. Yeah, we'll keep this. A Mortify and a Kaya's Wrath. So we got some turn 3 single removal, turn 4 double removal if we can draw 1 more mana. Just had the music track reset on us there. Alright, so we'll just continue with some mana here. Alright, odd deck so far. Not really a threat at the moment, so we will hold. Not really a threat. It's a good card to play in combination with Shocklands. I do like that. And there's the pay life synergy. That, I think, however, we remove. He doesn't have enough of a threat on the board for us to use our Kaya's Wrath, so instead we'll pop out a Spectre unless we get a Tithe. We do not. And they'll take 2 damage. And there goes the Paladin a little bit. Alright, 3 mana he's got to play with right now. Just going to swing in for 2. We'll take it. I'd rather make sure the Spectre stays on the battlefield right now. There's the Plague Crafter, however. Picked up a Tithe here. Hopefully he goes heavy on the board this round so we can use a valuable Kaya's Wrath and get some card advantage and mana advantage out of it. That's a nice combination there. I think this is the smart play here.
Right on schedule.
He at least loses the enchantment.
Slow down.
He will come back out in 3 turns. Or 2 turns, I should say. He just drew. And we get a scoop, a very early scoop. All right. Well, that is the deck, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed yourself. We'll go through it one more time here. 3 treasure maps, 2 Cry the Carnariums, 3 Mortifies, 1 Settle the Wreckage, 4 Smothering Tithes, 3 Fell Specters, 2 Mastermind's Acquisition, 4 Raiders Wake, 2 Vraska's Contempt, 3 Kaya's Wrath, 1 Cleansing Noma, 4 Teferis, 4 Emergency Powers, and 24 lands. Masterminds is used more often than not to grab stuff out of our own deck, but as 2 win conditions, we've got Awaken the Erstwhile, so if we have any combination of our Specters or our Raiders Wakes on the battlefield after a Emergency Powers, if you can pop any Awaken the Erstwhile, you're doing a minimum of 14 damage, probably closer to 28 damage depending on where you are in the game, which should give you lethal at any point. And the deck's fun. We have the staying power to make it to mid to late game generally. We have had a couple issues here drawn into enough mana for a turn 3 Cry, so we may need to adjust a little bit here with our mana, but I really don't see too much movement. Otherwise, we're going to keep deck test tuning and having some fun with this deck. This is our Raiders Paradox. We hope you had a good time. Thanks so much. We'll catch you another time, internets. MaxxPowered Gaming. We're out.